tutor pleading with Education Division to clean filthy water tanks at schools. Reef tour operators war over pricing. 3 more suspects appear in court for McCain's murder, and in sport, medals for Tobago swimmers at a weekend swim competition. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. This is the Tobago Updates news for Monday, 28th February 2022. We begin with news of dirty water tanks at schools in Tobago, where tutors Tobago officer Braden Roberts is making another appeal to the Division of Education to clean the tanks at primary schools across the island. According to Roberts, some tanks have not been cleaned for over 5 years. Gail Thomas has the story.
Disappointed that weeks after some primary school children returned to the classroom, the Division of Education has ignored calls to have the water tanks cleaned.
Since last year, we have been urging the division to have the water tanks cleaned to treat with the infrastructural issues before bringing out more students. It has so been that Standard 5s have come back out, so primary schools are functioning with dirty water. And when I say dirty water, I can freely say so, as we have the evidence of Charlottesville Methodist School where you are actually seeing the elements in the water. They would have recently adjusted the pump, and with the extra pressure you are seeing all the elements in the water, even if you have to cup your hand to catch some of the water.
He said he brought the matter to the attention of the former administration over a year ago, and he drew the matter to the attention of the new secretaries shortly after they assumed office.
I have been urging the persons at PIU, the administrator, the assistant secretary, the secretary, have been bringing it to their attention, and it's very disappointing to see that 3 weeks out, these water tanks are still not clean. Some of these water tanks have not been cleaned upwards of 5 years, and they are so casual at it. Simply telling students to not drink the water does not absolve a principal should somebody get sick on the compound.
The Tobago officer is also concerned that principals have been forced to use their own money to purchase bleach to sanitize areas at the schools.
We are calling on the division to address these matters now. We are not going to encourage our principals to have this get it done, let it work attitude and put their job at risk, because they are responsible for their plants.
Tobago Updates News attempted to get a comment from Education Secretary Zarisha Hackett. However, she said she was in a meeting. For Tobago Updates News, I am Gail Thomas.
And in news just coming to hand, Assistant Secretary for the Division of Education, Orlando Kerr, is assuring that the water tank at the Charlottesville Methodist School will be cleaned tomorrow. Speaking with Tobago Updates just before news time, Kerr said the tanks at the other 39 primary schools will be cleaned on the weekend so that classes will not be disrupted. He said the Charlottesville tank will be cleaned tomorrow as it is the most seriously affected. Kerr, however, pointed out that the division has been dispatching bottled water for the students to drink in the interim. The Assistant Secretary went on to explain that the division is ensuring that the correct procedures are carried out with respect to the hiring and procurement process. He said this has led to the delay in the cleaning of the tanks. In some other news, Vice President of the Pigeon Point Reef Tour Association is accusing operators of the Store Bay Reef Tour Association of undercutting prices to customers. He said this is impacting their business negatively. More in this report.
With over 19 years' experience as a reef tour operator, Vice President of the Pigeon Point Reef Tour Operators Association, Rene Dinoon Jr. said, in this post-COVID-19 era, he is hoping more tourists can come to Tobago so that everyone in the sector can benefit financially. Dinoon, however, pointed out that Pigeon Point is not reflective of its name, and he is of the opinion that there should be more heritage in the park.
Well, Pigeon Point is a big compound and it needs a lot of enhancement. You know what I mean? Because as they say, it's Tobago Heritage Park, and it cannot be a heritage park without no heritage on the park. So the discussion, we need more heritage in the park. You know what I mean? In terms of local people doing businesses and more enhancement on the park as well.
The Vice President spoke about his organization's plans for growth and development of his area of business as well as all areas of tourism on the island.
Well, in terms of growth and development, we're working towards bettering ourselves in the future, you know, and hopefully we might extend our business as well, you know, not only in the glass bottom boat industry, but in all industries concerning tourism.
Dinoon, however, expressed disappointment with some members of the Tobago Reef Tour Association, with whom he said his organization verbally agreed to charge one standard price of $150 for reef tours. He said instead of adhering to the agreement, some Tobago operators chose to leave Tobago and move to the entrance of Pigeon Point to ply their trade, depriving them of business by selling tours for $100 instead of the stipulated price of $150. According to Dinoon, this underhanded move is impacting negatively on their business and character.
We, as the boat operators in Pigeon Point, we trying to hold at a standard price. You know? But on the outside, the Tobago Reef Association now, they're like, the price is fluctuating up and down. No, they're not holding to a standard price. It's making us feel now like making the customers feel like we local boys robbing them. Because if we sign up for a standard price, and the price on the outside is much lower. So when they hear our price, they think like we're trying to rob them, and it's no good.
Tobago Updates contacted President of the Tobago Reef Tours Association, Michael Frank, who had this to say about the reef tour pricing confusion.
The pricing for the book reef tour is 150 TT per person. However, I think the information has not been passed on to most of the stakeholders. So what you find is that people, especially in the guest houses and small hotels, is still using the old price. So it's causing a little bit of hiccup in between. But this is only a matter of time before the whole price has been disseminated properly across the entire tourism sector. So we are holding to the 150 price.
For Tobago Updates, I am Beverly Edwards.
3 more men have been charged with the murder of Winfield McCain. They were expected to appear virtually before a Scarborough magistrate today. 31-year-old Dion Woods, also known as Colonel Roberts of Scarborough, Jeremy Billy, also 31 of Buku, and 20-year-old Thomas Peter Williams, also known as Redo of Scarborough, were charged with the offense on Friday, following advice received from the Director of Public Prosecutions, Roger Gaspard. 52-year-old McCain, also known as Cox, was found dead at his home on Friday, 28th January 2022, with wounds to the upper part of his body. He was an electrician. Woods and Billy were both arrested on February 17th, while Williams was held on February 22nd. A fourth suspect, 20-year-old Michael Robley of Mount St. George, was charged previously and appeared in court on Thursday, 17th February. Well, coming up after the break, a political analyst and a cultural activist is hoping to contest leadership of the PNM in Tobago. This and more when we return.
The Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development is inviting all stakeholders to participate in virtual public consultations on the redevelopment of Scarborough this February and March. Join the lead architect and other experts in discussions on Wednesday the 23rd of February and Wednesday the 2nd and 9th of March from 5 to 7 p.m. Register for the Zoom platform via Facebook at spc.tgo or DIQUD Works. Call or WhatsApp 73-WORKS or 739-6757. Stay tuned to our Facebook pages and the media for details on live streaming. These consultations are powered in part by B-Mobile. Life is on.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Are you looking for that all-in-one shopping experience? Then look no more. Visit Lamb's Best Mart for your grocery items, fruits and vegetables, drinks, home items, stationery, gift items, hampers, shopping gift cards, toiletries, small hardware items, and much more. We provide order and pickup service, even delivery to your door. We are your friendly community supermarket. Check us out today at Lamb's Best Mart, located at 22 Daniel Trace Canby, or visit us on social media at Lamb's Best Mart.
Welcome back. Political analyst and cultural activist Walter Coppin is considering throwing his hat in the ring for leadership of the Tobago Council of the PNM in their upcoming internal elections. He appeared on the Tobago Updates morning show where he explained his intentions. Here's the story.
From standing on the sidelines and working in the background, Walter Coppin is now considering leading the Tobago Council of the PNM.
I have been asked by the members of the PNM to mount an exploratory exercise, being a political analyst, to determine my candidacy for the election.
The PNM lost December's THA elections 14-1 to the PDP. As a result, the party will be hosting internal elections for all positions, including that of political leader. The current political leader, Tracy Davison Celestine, will be stepping down and will not contest any position.
They obviously have no real candidate to lead the PNM into the next era. So they're asking me because, one, I'm a university graduate in politics and government. I also have a master's degree in international relations.
He is also an expert in energy relations and previously served as energy advisor to the former Chief Secretary of London. If chosen to lead the Tobago Council of the PNM, Coppin wants to work with the PDP-led THA towards building a better Tobago.
I'm saying that goodwill exists and the people of Tobago, they need that kind of coordination among the people.
Meanwhile, Coppin says he is not opposed to younger persons stepping forward to lead the party.
It is obvious. I think Mr. Benoit is a very young person, so it is obvious that the PNM, I guess like the PDP, they are looking for youth also.
Nomination forms are now available at the party's headquarters, with nomination days scheduled for March 23rd and internal elections on April 24th. For Tobago Updates, I am Candace Jackson.
Well, 12 fishermen graduated from a program that taught them self-sustaining skills in the fishing industry. The program was run by the All Tobago Fisherfolk Association in collaboration with oil company Shell. The small graduation ceremony took place at the Turtle Beach fishing facility. Here are the details.
President of the All Tobago Fisherfolk Association, Curtis Douglas, was proud to see the success of 12 young fishermen through a special skills program, which was 10 years in the making.
So that fisherfolk and young fishers could be able to be sustainable. So out of this program, you would have young fisher folks will now be able to fabricate or construct a fish pot from start to finish.
They also learned to create fish nets and welding skills to allow them to create the fish pots. It is a program that Chief Secretary Fali Augustine fully supports.
We cannot go forward and ignore indigenous information, such as the skill in making the fish pot, or making the fish net, making the seines, as we call it.
There are plans to take the program into other fishing communities around Tobago. Meanwhile, Augustine called on the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development to support the development of the fishing industry.
To do more for our fisher folk and to reach out and fix some of the bugbears that they have been experiencing for a very long time. It's a challenge for the rest of Tobago to honor our fisher folk and to understand the risk at which they ply their trade.
However, Augustine warned the fishermen that it will be in their best interest to cooperate with the THA.
You do yourself as the service every time we have the rank and the back and forth. That is very unnecessary because our communities are very small communities.
He promised constant collaboration with the fishing community going forward as they seek to develop the fishing industry. For Tobago Updates, I am Candace Jackson.
The excitement of Carnival is so infectious that Tobago Carnival stakeholders could not be left out of the Taste of Carnival 2022 that is currently underway in Trinidad. Last Friday night, the Dixieland Pan Theatre came alive with the pulsating sounds of steel and calypso music, courtesy Pan Tobago.
Tobago steel bands were afforded the opportunity to showcase their skills by participating in a pre-recorded version of the Taste of Carnival 2022 Pan Indie Sandcoach event at the Dixieland Pan Theatre in Carnby. Advisor of Dixieland Steel Orchestra, Mac Nicholson, told Tobago Updates that he is heartened that his band was one of the Tobago bands that got the opportunity to play on Friday night.
We of Dixieland, right? Feel comfortable as it is because he's giving us a chance to make a little bit of money, because for the past 2 years we haven't been able to do anything to raise funds, and as an unsponsored band at this time, it is of we welcome the opportunity to take part and to display our skills.
Nicholson said preparation was great given the current circumstances. He noted that the tunes of choice, Dancing Queen and Black Man by Black Stallion, were arranged by former band member O.J. Richards. He further stated that the news regarding the unavailability of the Shaw Park Cultural Complex for the Tobago leg of the event did not dampen his spirit, because although the venue might have been convenient, it isn't conducive for Pan. He said he came up with Plan B upon hearing that Pan officials will instead visit Pan yards.
When we heard that maybe they will have to come around to the Pan yards, I was in contact with Steel Explosion boss or manager / manager, Deuce, and he said, well, Blash, I will come down by you. And I said, well, all right, I welcome that, so both of us could play.
Nicholson added that when he contacted Pan Tobago Zone President Celicia James about his decision, she readily agreed, and as they say, the rest is history.
Then I spoke to Celicia, the president of the Tobago arm of the region, and I said to her, Deuce is willing to come to play here, and then she said yes, that will be a nice thing, and then from there the story came around that, and I said I will open the yard to you all to carry on the yard.
Friday's pre-recorded show will be aired on television on Carnival Tuesday, so stay tuned. For Tobago Updates, I am Beverly Edwards.
Now on to the latest COVID-19 figures. Over the last 24 hours, 8 new cases were reported. Total active cases are now at 299. There are 9 patients in the hospital. No new deaths have been reported. Total deaths are now at 242. Well, the sport report is up next. Stay tuned.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
I want to meet with you to share my personal testimony and other local testimonies. Call me now, Juliet Roberts, at 341-0715. The number again is 341-0715. God bless you.
Welcome back. 3 swimmers representing Tobago's YMCA Aqua Warriors returned with 5 medals from the Amateur Swimming Association of TNT Age Group Long Course Championships yesterday. Here's Marcus Daniel with the details.
Competing at the National Aquatic Center in Balmain, head coach Mose Denoon led the way with 3 gold medals in the men's 18 and over age group category. Denoon won gold in the 200-meter breaststroke, 100-meter breaststroke and 50-meter breaststroke events. He also met the qualifying standard for the Pan American Masters Swimming Championships 2022 carried for July in Colombia. Onella Walker claimed gold in the 50-meter backstroke of the women's 18 and over age group category. Walker achieved a seasonal best of 29.91 seconds, narrowly missing the national record of 29.81 set by Christian Julian in 2014. The Castara-born swimmer also qualified for the upcoming CC Can Games. And in the boys 13 to 14 age group category, Jacob Cox claimed a silver medal in the 200-meter breaststroke event.
Well, Kenya Yaya Cordner scored her 17th goal of the season in a hard-fought 2-1 for Fenerbahce in the Turkish Women's Super League yesterday. Here's the story.
Playing at home against the table toppers Besiktas, the informed Cordner calmly put away a 48-minute spot kick to give her team a well-deserved 2-0 half-time lead. However, despite bossing possession for most of the second half, Fenerbahce failed to add to their first half advantage. Cordner was substituted in the 68th minute. Besiktas pulled the goal back in the 90th minute. They set up a nervy end to the game for the home team. Even with the win, Fenerbahce dropped to third on the 12-team table with 27 points from 11 matches played. Vatanspor eased into second place with 28 points. Besiktas maintained their lead with 30 points. The Tobago-born Cordner and her clubmates will be back in action on Sunday, March.
Well, in-person visa interviews have resumed. We'll tell you more after this.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes for breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
The Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development is inviting all stakeholders to participate in virtual public consultations on the redevelopment of Scarborough this February and March. Join the lead architect and other experts in discussions on Wednesday the 23rd of February and Wednesday the 2nd and 9th of March from 5 to 7 p.m. Register for the Zoom platform via Facebook at spc.tgo or DIQUD Works. Call or WhatsApp 73WORKS or 739-6757. Stay tuned to our Facebook pages and the media for details on live streaming. These consultations are powered in part by B-Mobile. Life is on.
It's a different type of thing down there. Man, we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
So even though there were no official carnival events hosted in Tobago, one mass band decided to engage Trinidadians who may be on the island through a curry duck cooking competition. Fog Angels, owned by Telecruise, organized the event at Chill Out Bar in Bon Accord, where Tobagonians got a chance to taste different types of curry duck. Here's more.
While Trinidad was experiencing a taste of carnival, Tobago was experiencing a taste of curry duck. Mass band Fog Angels chose to host a curry duck cooking competition at Chill Out Bar in Bon Accord among some of their faithful Trinidadian patrons who were in Tobago. Owner of the band, Telecruise, says the competition was his attempt to host a fun event over the carnival weekend.
And they're on Tobago and there's nothing really for them to do. You know, there's not much. In Trinidad there's a lot of safe zone events, and in Tobago we also try to do something which is not as big as, but something just out of the norm.
The event attracted many curious Tobagonians who were eager to taste curry duck.
A lot of people who is actually here mainly to taste the different types of texture of the curry. It is not just curry duck competition, it's a totally different one with a different texture, because the judges, they're looking for specific type of whatever they're looking for.
The friendly competition brought out chefs who had their own styles, techniques and combination of seasonings and ingredients, all in an effort to make the best curry duck. One competitor, Chef Gerardo, went as far as making his own chulha to cook the curry duck on.
You have to go as authentic as you can, and therefore that's why I chose to do it on a fireside, and I'm using wallaba wood, which gives you a beautiful flame and therefore cooks the duck perfectly.
Meanwhile, Shazan Ali used actual curry leaves as part of his chunky. He also shared a few simple tips for people wanting to make their best version of curry duck.
When you starting to cook a curry, you burn your onion, your garlic, and then you marinate it a little bit. And if you like pepper, you like it spicy, you put a little pepper in it. And then you add your curry, and then you put water in it. When you put the water in it now, and you let it cook, you add a little seasoning.
In the end, curiosity emerged the winner, followed by public disturbance and lover bite. For Tobago Updates, I am Candace Jackson.
Scheduled in-person interviews for visitor visas for business and tourism will resume on March 2nd at the consular section of the U.S. Embassy Port of Spain. Visa Chief Frank Lavoie said appointments for all non-immigrant visas, including tourist visas, will resume on a limited scale. Lavoie added that the embassy has worked tirelessly to safely resume these interviews. Visa fees that applicants have already paid will be valid until September 30th, 2023. The visa chief is reminding applicants visiting the embassy that they must wear masks and follow the guidelines of the embassy staff to ensure adherence to all COVID-19 protocols. And this is how we wrap up this evening's newscast. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards. Thank you for tuning in, and do enjoy the rest of your evening.